expose and identify the things expert readers do while they're making meaning by reading, it could be text, video, whatever, but teaching explicitly these things to students so they can better access the material. So this is a passage from, I don't know, called Hair, that's what we've been calling it. And we're going to read it and pay attention to it and listen and fully integrate with the story and the nuances of it and come to some conclusions first about things that we notice and the evidence from the text. So, and again, a fancy term, rules of notice for the things expert readers do inherently that we need to expose and reveal and teach explicitly to our students so that they have more tools to better access and make meaning out of all this information we're trying to get them to be good synthesizers of. Okay? So if I can get a volunteer maybe from that first table, since you guys are always so boisterous and willing, if you could just read that, so pause for effect.
Before we read it, what are we reading it for? What are we listening for?
Okay, we're listening for,
What do we want to know?
we want to know substance of narrative. Do we have character in here? Do we have story world?
Okay, but we're just listening for the character, right?
Just
now.
character.
Just character. We want to know.
We want to know what we know and how do we know it? How do we know about the character? What's revealed in the story that gives us a deeper meaning and understanding of the character? What do we know and how do we know it? And we notice these things, we'll give more honor to it, but let's just see what we come to first. So someone from that front table, if you could read it nice and loud, please.
Everybody in our family has different hair. My papa's hair is like a broom, all up in the air. And me, my hair is lazy. It never obeys barrettes or bands. Carlos's hair is thick and straight. He doesn't need to comb it. Nenny's hair is slippery, slides out of your hand. And Kiki, who is the youngest, has hair like fur. But my mother's hair like little rosettes, like little candy circles, all curly and pretty, because she pinned it in pin curls all day. Sweet to put your nose into when she is holding you, and you feel safe, which is the warm smell of bread before you bake it. It is the smell when she makes room for you on her side of the bed, still warm with her skin, and you sleep near her, the rain outside falling and Papa snoring. The snoring rain and Mama's hair that smells like bread.
So what are some things we noticed about character, or characters? How do we know, and what do we know, and how do we know it?
The character's female
Okay?
Why? What's your evidence?
because her hair never obeys barrettes or bands.
She might be the oldest because she's kind of listing them in order. It looks like Carlos and Danny, then Kiki the youngest.
Big difference. What else do we notice, and how do we notice it? Why do we notice it?
She's not too old to get in bed with Mama.
Does she cares? Okay. One more? Anything?
It's a while ago because pink curls were. Some of these young kids may not know what a pink girl is.
Correct. So kind of an inference of time. Yes.
And she's very close to her mother,
Okay, and how do you know that?
because that's her focus.
Right. She talks about
And smelling the hair, you know, is like a loving, the warm smell of getting in bed with mom, the warm skin, comfort.
It's a very grounded, intimate mother-daughter relationship. Okay? So we noticed